I must admit, coming into Week 5 here for the National Football League, I thought that when it came to the matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans, that the Tennessee Titans were going to come out on top this past week, just based on what I've seen the past few weeks. Because remember, the Steelers stunk it up at Houston. Probably should have lost the game by a lot more than they did. They got lucky at Indianapolis and played pathetic against a bad team and still only barely beat them. And then even the Seattle game to me looked average, and this is at even, I'd argue, at best too. And then Week 1, of course, we stunk it up and lost 35-7. So pretty much this year, the Steelers have had 3 bad games out of 4 coming into Week 5, and I thought that Week 5 was just going to be more of the same, another bad week, and the Steelers were going to go down because the Tennessee Titans had a good record coming in. They were 3-1, looked good. I mean, they lost the first game to Jacksonville, but then they started to ride the wave, rode the high tide into Pittsburgh, 3-1, and they just. But then they came into Pittsburgh and lost. The Steelers actually did win this game, if you can believe it. I still can't. So, I mean, I should be happy here, and I'll get to why I'm not in a minute. But they actually won this game 38-17. And believe it or not, I have to say, if there is something to be, I guess that I should be happy about, it should be the fact that we actually did run the ball well, and I did talk about this on my last video that I made when we were at Houston, and I thought that we just were not running the ball successfully. But then here comes this Jonathan Dwyer kid, and I'll tell you what, first real action from him, and he was lights out. He had a pretty big run, I think. Like he ran. I mean, I forget how long it was. It was like an 80-yard run. I mean, so that was. He broke off a real big run. Wasn't a touchdown run, but he still broke out a big run. But he still had 8 yards rushing in the game, which is pretty good. So Jonathan Dwyer, I think, deserves a lot of credit coming into today. I think he played a good game. Also on that, Isaac Redman did what he had to do. So if there are any positives to take away from this game, it was that the running game was a lot better than what it was last week, in the week before, and the week before. However, I guess I can kind of say the same about the offensive line. The offensive line, I thought, played inspiring football. A lot of them were injured, and a lot of these backups really had a good day yesterday. I think they had a very good performance, very inspired football from the offensive line, opened up holes and protected Roethlisberger a lot better, although Roethlisberger starting to make better decisions with the ball as well, not going for the home run, just get first downs, which I think the Steelers need to get back to. They need to get back to 5-6 minute drives, just get a first down, and then focus on getting another first down, get 10 yards at each. That's all it takes, assuming you don't make any big mistakes. Just get 10 yards, first down, 10 yards, first down, and keep doing it, and make sure you score touchdowns when you're in the red zone. That's what the Steelers actually did well, and I was very, very surprised, considering how bad they've stunk it up. So, offensively, they've improved from last week, okay? I think the offense overall improved. However, Ben still made a stupid decision with about 30 seconds to go in the first half. Instead of spiking the ball, which he probably should have done, he threw the ball stupidly, and he got an interception, so he was a bonehead on that play. Otherwise, he played all right. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm dazzled by it, but he did good enough to win in the National Football League. That is all that counts. However, when it comes to the victory, the 38-17 victory, that just still will not suffice for me. I don't think it was good enough, and I'm going to tell you why here, and a lot of it is on the defensive side of the ball. Now, on offense, like I said, the Steelers were much better on offense. I told you about Jonathan Dwyer. I told you about Isaac Redmond doing what he needed to do. He hit the hole hard, didn't do what Mendenhall does, tries to dance and try to get a big play each down. Nope, instead, Redmond pounded it in there, and I was very happy. Now, of course, it's not Franco Harris. It's not the bus, but it's good enough, and Isaac Redmond did what he needed to do, and of course, Dwyer had some brilliant runs, too. When he saw the hole, he hit it hard, and he went down the field, and that's what counts. He got over 100 yards rushing. The Steelers as a whole had about 174 yards rushing on the day, which is pretty good. Like I said, the Tennessee Titans have played pretty good football as of late, so the fact that they lost this weekend is kind of a surprise. I think it's a surprise a team like the Steelers won, considering they've stunk 60% of their games and were average in the last game. I mean, this is probably the best game of the year for them, because even the Seattle game, they won 24-0. It just was not that good of a game, because they could have won that game 41-0, and I document it in a Facebook note. So I mean, if you're friends of mine on Facebook, then you would have seen the note, and you would have seen my documentation of why it should have been, why the Seattle game was still not good, and why I thought the Steelers still stunk after that game, which proved to be true, because they did stink after that game, because they barely beat Indianapolis. They lost to Houston, should have got crushed by them, and then but then this week, however, they did win 38-17. However, like I said, still not good enough. Why? The defense still was not good enough, still does not suffice, in my opinion. Why? Because even though everyone's talking about, and everyone likes to put all the Pittsburgh media now on drinking the Pittsburgh Steeler Kool-Aid, they want to say how dominating this defense was, and of course the national media now, how dominating this defense was. It really was not that dominating. If you think about it, the Steelers only outgained them by 100 yards. The Steelers defense only created one turnover, only one, and it was a fluke. So technically, if that fluke didn't happen, there would have been another game where they didn't cause a single turnover. They only sacked the quarterback 2 times. That's it, 2 times. And they gave up 308 yards of total offense to the Tennessee Titans. So how is that good? Okay, I like all the yinzers out there that are drinking the Pittsburgh Kool-Aid to tell me how that's good, because I just don't see how. How is that good? Really, how is that good? I don't think that's good at all. I mean, 308 yards. A good team wouldn't have gave up 308 yards after being embarrassed the last 5 games, pretty much being embarrassed 3 of the last 5 games, and this is the best they can do. Give me a break, okay? I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. 17 points too. That's a lot of points. Good teams that are angry, that just got humiliated 5 times, would have only given up 3 points. But instead, they gave up 17. They did worse than what they should have done if they were truly a good defensive team and truly an angry team. So I don't want to hear this, the defense was good on Sunday, because in my opinion, it was not good. Now, I'm going to get a lot of flack from that, because that's just the way it is. I'm going to get a lot of criticism, a lot of dislikes on this video, whatever. But I don't think the defense was good. I still think the defense is soft, and I think next week you'll see that, because like I said, I mean, it looked like they were going to be soft too, because they gave up a 20-yard run on the first play of the game to Chris Johnson. So you would have thought that would have happened all day long. For some reason, the Titans couldn't get a push up front, and then the Steelers defense actually stopped the run. 60 yards on the ground, I think they gave up total. But still, it just wasn't good enough. Like I said, 308 yards of total offense that we gave up. That is not good. Only 1 turnover, and we got lucky on that turnover. And then only 2 sacks. That's it. So this wasn't good enough for me. I'm sorry. The Steelers did not play good enough for me, especially on defense. The offense, like I said, was much better than last week. I wasn't expecting much from the offense, and they proved me totally wrong. But the defense still sucks. Was pretty much what I expected. I don't see a dominating defense from them. They just weren't good enough. I'm sorry, not acceptable in my opinion. They should have did much better. A good team that was angry, that just got humiliated 3 of 5 weeks, that had their fan base humiliated, because I was humiliated watching this. I mean, the flack I got from people because I was a Steeler fan and how pathetic they played in the last 3 games, and this is the best they can do. It's seriously, they give up 17 points. Come on, that's the best they could do. Sorry, not good enough for me. I wanted to dominate in good teams. It would have been 38-3, but it was 38-17. We got soft, especially at the end of the game. Just not good enough. I do not accept this. I think if the Steelers were truly a good team, it would have been a lot better. Now, the Steelers will play the Jacksonville Jaguars on this Sunday, 1 o'clock game here in Pittsburgh. I would assume they'll win this game. This will probably be the first. I think this will be the first time I'll pick them all year. But they'll probably win this game. They will do good enough to win this game anyway. But I don't know. I really do not know, because they could still stink it up. And there you are. And then I can say they still could stink it up, but I still think they're going to win, even if they play bad. They'll still win probably about 3 points, maybe. I'll say maybe, I don't know, the offense plays good, maybe 24-21 or something like that. They'll get it done, but it won't look good. Like, the scoreboard won't look good. Well, if you want to say 38-17 looks good, I don't. Like I said, I think the Steelers defense is still soft. Offense played better though. We should be happy about the offense. I'm not gonna piss on them this weekend, but I am gonna piss on the defense. I think the defense played crappy, and I think they can get a lot better than what they've done. And I think that's about all I have to say for this week. I will be uploading some more comedy videos. I haven't been able to locate the requests that I've gotten. I've gotten quite a few requests, but I don't think I found them yet, so I'm going to keep trying. I might have found one of them, but I'm going to have to figure out how to edit it, because my editing program sucks. And keep in mind, these videos I make are not edited. Okay, a lot of these videos I just blab out random stuff, and usually it suffices for me. So, but anyway, I might have to edit these comedy videos, and however, I don't know how to edit this one comedy video, so this is giving me a little bit of a headache. But I will have it out soon. I'll try to look for the other ones. I hope you liked the new Pantsin ad I put up. It was from former Altar Boys. I knew everyone would like that. So far, 2 likes on the video, so A-okay. Anyway, that is all I have to say for this week. Sorry I couldn't be happier, but I need to see a lot more before I'm happy. I wanted to see 38-3, not 38-17. That, to me, demonstrates that the Steelers are still a soft team and still have a lot of work to do. And for anyone here to say that this is now all of a sudden the team's back, sorry, not buying it. And I think next week you would have discovered that there is kerosene in your Kool-Aid that you're drinking. So I'm not buying it yet, and sorry, just not buying it. But anyway, I'll be back next week for the next video on the Steelers, but thank you for watching this week.